let's do something a little more prosaic, which is technology, apps. I'm sure you're obviously a avid fan of all this stuff.
Yes.
You have a favorite piece of technology or a favorite?
It's different than you might think. I do have it's a large piece of technology.
Go ahead.
I'm in a cryotherapy. I don't know if you're familiar with it?
Yes.
So for people who aren't, I'm on stage 50 hours in a weekend. I got 10,000 people. I do 26.5 miles on one day. It starts at 8:30, goes to literally 1 o'clock in the morning. I do 22 miles 2 days before. So it's like ultra marathon. I used to ice myself as I did in football, and if you ice yourself.
You used to take ice baths.
Yes,
right?
yeah, because you have to bring the swelling down in your body. And now I do these 3-minute nitrogen-filled cases that you get in. It's like a sauna, and it reduces your body temperature to minus 220 Fahrenheit. And that sounds like you'd freeze to death or you'd burn. If you had water in your body, you'd burn. You get third-degree burns. But there's no moisture. And it is amazing. It was developed originally for people with arthritis. I got one from my mother-in-law who had all these problems, no more arthritis challenges. So I started using it. It gives you endorphins. It resets your system. It's an extraordinary piece of technology. It's expensive, but you can go to centers that are showing up all over the U.S. Most of the athletes, the Lakers and so forth, are starting to use these.
That was the world's top business and life coach, Tony Robbins, talking about why cryotherapy is his favorite technology. Now, this is a man who owns interest in dozens of successful tech startups, and he coaches some of the most successful Silicon Valley entrepreneurs. And yet, his favorite technology is cryotherapy. And the reason why is simple, because it has improved his quality of life dramatically. So, while we have you as a captive audience enjoying your cryo session, we are going to go a little bit more in depth about some of the mechanisms of action from the cryotherapy that you're experiencing right now. And who better to start with than the original evangelist of the healing power of the cold, the Iceman, Wim Hof.
The cold is an absolute doorway to the soul. There is so much unnecessary suffering in the world. We take pills, kill the symptoms, but not the cause. And apparently we cannot become happy, strong and healthy? Hey, I know the way. The cold is merciless, righteous. It brings you direct in the depth of yourself. You're not thinking. Your emotions stop. You are just surviving. And it brings you in the purity of the physiology as well as the soul. And you get in a different plane than our conditioning. And that makes you a free man.
What's special about Wim is that he kind of has this mind over body control that's pretty phenomenal. When he is exposed to the cold, his body just physically reacts differently from a lot of other people.
Right now I'm holding 26 Guinness World Records and all related to extreme cold. My records range from staying in the ice for 1 hour 53 minutes in direct contact with the ice, running fastest half marathon barefoot, climbing Kilimanjaro in record time in shorts, swimming underneath the ice for longest distance.
Wim is a very special person. He has an aura to him that is very positive energy, but what you can see when he begins to breathe, he has the ability to focus his mind and body together in a higher function than most can do.
I created a method. The components are breathing, mindset, and cold exposure. Gradual, non-forced cold exposure. And that's to optimize the mind-body connection.
Wim has figured out ways, namely through breath work and through exposure to cold, to take conscious control over aspects of his physiology that, for most people, they simply can't tune into and control.
The cold, my warm friend, it brings about a whole lot of more energy, and that together with breathing makes you so powerful. But then you lose your wife and it all rumbles down. 4 children I had with my wife, and I was to be with her forever. She was the love of my life. She died. she suicided. It's a black hole within yourself. It breaks your heart and you don't know why, but the train of a daily life is going on and you gotta catch up, otherwise you lose it. So I had to be there for my children. And yes, we created a new nest. My children made me survive in that time, but nature healed my wounds. The cold gave me a direct understanding of deeper breathing and how to heal a broken heart. Then I went and did all kinds of remarkable challenges. Apparently, they found it very remarkable and great and spectacular. So I came in contact with television. One after the other, they challenged me more. Hey, go swim 50 meters under the ice. Go swim 100 meters under the ice. Climb Mount Everest in short. That led up that the scientists became curious. Hey, what this man is doing is not possible physiologically.
The science of what Wim Hof method does is one of the primary interests of my lab now, because it is so powerful and it's been shown to be powerful in the immune system, and we believe it will also hold some real potential for treatment of neurologic diseases.
And this breathing technique brings you right into the deepest part of our physiology. Anybody can do it. So you become the alchemist of your own chemistry. Let's do this. Just breathe in. And let it go. Fully in. We become alkaline. More oxygen is getting in toward all cells. Then the alkalinity makes the chemistry right in our body. Then we are able to take a last inhale after 30, 35 of these breaths. Deeply in, letting go, and you stop.
The Wim Hof method is neither distress nor eustress, thrilling. It's somewhere right in between where I believe adrenaline is high and cortisol is low, which gives the person who's doing the method this incredible feeling of well-being and control over their own physiology and mental state.
Why I teach this method? To show that with a simple method out of nature, we are able to tackle the greatest problems, which is depression, fear, anxiety, and pain. People with chronic pain. That's all unnecessary suffering going on, and all this industries keeping on and say, yeah, that's normal, and I think that's sick.
If it turns out that non-ingestible approaches, such as breath work or cold exposure, can approach some of the potency that medications can provide or have failed to provide, then it's quite possible that one can heal from the inside.
Guess what? We found the proof to tap into our body and mind, enabling us to become happy, strong, and healthy.
Wow, Wim Hof has accomplished some amazing feats of environmental endurance. And it all started with him pulling himself out of a tailspin of grief and depression, not with drugs, but by utilizing breath work and the healing power of the cold. I highly recommend the book What Doesn't Kill Us by investigative journalist Scott Carney, where he profiles Wim and discusses his techniques in depth. The author set out to expose Wim as a fraud, but ended up becoming a practitioner of his methods. He also interviews other adherents to the Wim Hof method, including surfing icon Laird Hamilton and his celebrity entourage. Other top performers you may recognize who make cryotherapy part of their routine include perennial NBA All-Star LeBron James, best-selling author and biohacker Ben Greenfield, and the Atlanta Falcons, including All-Pro safety Keanu Neal. He's the one on the left. And the entire Georgia Bulldogs football team. Of course, cryo isn't just for the elite.
From your trip, let's get you a refreshing cryo freeze. Rejuvenating, huh? It opens your pores.
What happens if I pee in this?
Are you just asking, or did you already pee in it?
I'm asking for a friend.
At Wellness Theory, we've had the opportunity to work with a lot of pro athletes and other top performers, but the most important person to us is you, our client. Our goal is to make the same cutting-edge modalities utilized by these top performers accessible to you. We strive to stay on top of all the latest developments in the worlds of biohacking, anti-aging, and overall wellness. If we find something with proven efficacy, we want to make it available. Along these lines, we've already enhanced our service offerings. Have a look at our whiteboard animation explaining our new services and how they fit together to optimize your health.
Welcome to Wellnesstheory, a place of health optimization unlike any other. Our facility is so unique, we'd like to take a few minutes to describe our philosophy, mission, and modalities, the term we use for our service offerings. The Wellnesstheory philosophy is based on scientific research demonstrating the human body's amazing ability to heal and repair itself as long as its systems are functioning properly. Unfortunately, the body's natural repair mechanisms are often inhibited by damage to the body's cells caused by chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, and toxins, impaired nerve function, typically resulting from structural issues, chronic mental, emotional stress, and nutritional deficiencies. These factors can feed off each other in a vicious cycle, with poor nutrition causing chronic inflammation, which then increases oxidative stress, damaging the cells, particularly the tiny mitochondria that provide them with energy, until they can no longer perform the tasks they were designed for properly. At Wellnesstheory, we identify the factors for restoring systemic function as the pillars of health, which we define as reducing inflammation, reducing oxidative stress, restoring proper nerve function, relieving mental stress, and addressing nutritional deficiencies. Our mission is to help our clients build the pillars of health, restoring proper systemic function so their bodies can naturally heal themselves, eliminating unnecessary medications or surgeries and the side effects they cause. We do this by combining traditional hands-on techniques like chiropractic and massage therapy with cutting-edge technologies like cryotherapy, photobiomodulation, and infrared sauna. The Wellnesstheory modalities function together to positively influence each of the pillars of health, systemically reducing inflammation and oxidative stress, restoring proper nerve function, relieving mental stress, and identifying and addressing nutritional deficiencies. By addressing the pillars of health, not just treating symptoms of improper function, our goal is to help our clients to not only feel better, but to get better.